Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Matt, and today I'm going to be taking you through a tour of iOS 6 beta, the first beta available for iPhones, iPads, and iPod Touches. Let's get started. So, I have an iPhone 4S here running the beta version. As you can tell, the home screen does look very similar to iOS 5. Actually, it's so similar. Without me telling you this was iOS 6, you would believe that this was iOS 4 or even iOS 5. They didn't really update the home screen at all. It pretty much works exactly the same, other than adding a few tweaks. As you can see, whenever you download a new application, they do add a little banner there, which is nice, but other than that, they didn't really change it yet. But this is the first beta version, so we'll see what they do with the next few beta versions, which I will be doing reviews on. So as you can see here, we'll jump into an application like phone. And they did change a little bit. They did change the dialer on the phone, but they didn't really change any of the settings or anything. As you can see on the top here, you do get this new blue status bar, and that is pretty much blue throughout the whole user interface. And it looks a lot nicer. I prefer that blue. And they did add a gradient, so we can go into Safari here. And as you can see, there's a nice gradient. Instead of that glass look, I prefer the gradient look. And which is nice. Let me just show you on phone here. They did add a couple new features. Actually, they only added one feature in phone, and that is the ability to save numbers. So say if I was typing a phone number and I was in Safari and I found the phone number in Safari, I can easily jump back to the phone and it'll save those numbers, which was a much needed feature for me. And I'm surprised in iOS 6 iOS 5 they didn't have that, but they did add this in iOS 6, which is very nice. So some new features, maps is definitely a big feature here. We can pull up a map. This is the Apple campus. You guys can see this. And we can just go ahead and type this in. Now, Apple has made their own maps application. We can even go 3D here. Looks very nice. Let's go again. So there we go. As you can see, they do this nice tour where you can see 3D buildings, and they did make their own application instead of using the Google Maps, which they did in the past. And I think it was a good idea for Apple to do this because they do have the resources to do this, and it definitely looks a lot nicer than Google Maps or even Google Earth. So you can get this nice flyover view of the Apple campus. Not every building in the world is on here yet, but they will be adding newer ones before iOS 6 is actually released in this fall. So you can easily see information about the Apple campus if you wanted to, or any location. You can see a picture of it, and you can see the address. And if it was a business, you can easily contact the business by the phone number, or you can even make a reservation directly from this application, which is nice. Here's some of the settings here. You can do a satellite view, hybrid, standard, basically all the standard stuff for a Maps application. Another cool feature that they did add was turn-by-turn navigation. So it'll load up a turn-by-turn navigation from where I am to the Apple campus, and I am pretty far away, about a day and 11 hours, 2,480 miles, so pretty far away. But if I wanted to, I could easily find directions, and it says this route requires a toll, which is nice. So you can go ahead and start this turn-by-turn navigation. Hopefully you guys can hear that. Okay, so this is where I am. And I'm not in my car right now. It's actually kind of late, so I wouldn't even be going on a drive to Apple right now, but it'll give you turn-by-turn navigation. You can even go in landscape mode. Easily just prop this on your dashboard or wherever you want to put it, and it'll give you turn-by-turn navigation using Siri's voice. And I have used this, and it does work very well. And this is a very cool feature. So we'll go ahead and end this right now. We can get an overview of the globe. And I do like this new globe look, so you can go all the way back, and you can see the whole world. And this does work very, very nice. So that's the new Maps application. They did add a couple new features here in camera. They added this new glass look, I guess, but that's basically all they did. Yeah, they did change the color on the bottom. Let's see. The App Store, they did change it from a glass look to more of a gradient look. I do like the new look of the App Store, and it just looks and feels a lot faster. So you can go on the featured here. You can see all the new apps. They did add nice big icons of the apps, so you can easily be able to see which one you want and easily go into it. They did add this new featured tab thingy up here, and you can easily just click on one of the featured apps, and the categories are a little bit different here. You can easily go into a category if you wanted to. You can see the top charts, Genius, which doesn't really work right now, but hopefully that they will add Genius support in the future betas. So yeah, they have updates. You can easily update directly from here. And as you can see, so here are all my apps, and you can easily update, and it will actually show you the progress on the application, which I really like. So you don't actually have to exit the app. You can easily just update all your apps from here and see the progress. So that's a nice feature that they did add in the App Store, but other than that, it's pretty much the same. So let's take a tour of the new Mail application. They did add a couple new features here. They did add a VIP section, so if you have important people that you need to email and always keep in touch with, you can easily add them as a VIP. It'll pull up your contacts list, and you can easily add them. They did also add this new pull to refresh thingy here. It does look a lot cooler, but that's basically all they did in Mail. So yeah, in settings, they did add a couple new features here. They added a Do Not Disturb feature, which allows you can turn this on, and basically nobody will disturb you. You can see a little moon next to your time there. So basically anybody who tries to call you during night or whenever you have a program to go on, nothing will interrupt you or anything. And you can always go into the settings and change the Do Not Disturb feature. You can make it scheduled, so say every time you go to bed you don't want to be disturbed, you can easily make a schedule here. You can allow calls from certain people if you wanted to when this is on. And if somebody tries to call you twice, repeated calls, you can let that second call come through. So the Do Not Disturb is a very cool feature. I'm surprised they didn't have that in older versions, but I'm glad they added it in iOS 6. They did add a nice little tweet sheet, and I'm surprised the Facebook sheet doesn't work right now, but usually they will have a Facebook sheet where you can easily post to Facebook and right from the notification center. So guys, the last thing I wanted to show you in iOS 6 was some of the new features that Siri can do. She now knows some things about sports, movies, and that's basically it. So you can ask her about a movie. What time is the Avengers playing tomorrow? And it will pull up my theater, or my closest theater, and I bet it will find it. It's thinking.
I give up. Could you try it again?
Sure. The Avengers. Try something more simple here.
Looking for movies matching Avengers.
Here we go.
Okay.
So you
Here's
get this.
Marvel's The Avengers playing nearby from 12 a.m. to 11:59 p.m.
Okay, there we go. So it gave me the time. It gave me the theater right there. And you can easily jump into the movie here and see reviews from Rotten Tomatoes, who's actually in it, the director, and just some information. You can watch a trailer from here, and you can see the show times, which is very nice. So we can also ask about sports scores, such as, let me think here. Okay. When do the Sorry, I messed up. When do the Miami Heat play their next game? And it's going to pull that up for me.
The Heat Thunder game was on June 19th, 2012, 9 p.m.
Okay, so you can see the score there against the Thunder. And it's just very nice. You can do sports scores and movies. And you can also choose to open applications directly from here, which is nice. So I can say, open Tweetbot. And it will just load up Tweetbot, which is nice. You can choose to open basically any application that it can understand. open Safari. And it'll load up Safari here. And basically, this is everything new in iOS 6 right now. Hopefully, in beta versions, they do add a couple new features to the home screen. They haven't changed that in like 3 years or 5 years, ever since the original iPhone came out. Anyway, guys, this was just my quick tour of iOS 6. Let me know what you guys thought about this video below. If you guys like this video, please make sure to subscribe to my channel, as it really does help me out. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.